Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. Tributes poured in for President Fidel V. Ramos, who passed away on Sunday. President Bongbong Marcos sent his condolences to the Ramos family and called their late president a good leader whose legacy will always be cherished by the nation. Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte called Ramos a real patriot who encouraged men and women in uniform to value their integrity as public servants. For the Foreign Affairs Department, President Ramos was widely regarded as a foreign policy president who shaped and guided the agency. Japan's ambassador to the Philippines, Kazuhiko Koshikawa, said that he also mourns the loss of President Ramos, whom he called a good friend and a strong leader, with immense contributions to foreign relations between Japan and the Philippines. Meanwhile, Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Huang Xilian, also remembered Ramos for his contribution in developing bilateral relations between the Philippines and China. In other news, the province of Abra is still reeling from last week's magnitude 7 earthquake. We have Mon Gualvez in Bangued to tell us more about the situation over there. Hi Mon, how's it going?
Sean, we continue to experience strong aftershocks, especially yesterday since early dawn this morning here in Abra, days after the magnitude 7 quake that hit last Wednesday. Last night, aftershocks of magnitude 4.7 to 4.9 rocked the province. An even bigger aftershock of magnitude 5.1 was felt in Villaviciosa, Abra around 3 a.m. earlier. FIVOC says aftershocks could continue for the next 6 months up to a year based on their records. Inspections and assessments on the damaged buildings continue to determine if residents can go back to their houses. Structural engineers will be the ones to give clearance. Because of this, talks resurfaced as to whether the implementation of the building code has been stringent enough, especially to those who have been issued building permits. Aside from this, clearing operations are also taking place so that relief teams can finally reach isolated towns. But authorities admit this will take some time. Meanwhile, the government assures relief goods and other forms of assistance will continue. Senators Bongo and Robin Hood Padilla visited Bangued yesterday and played basketball with the residents. The senators also raffled off bikes, computer tablets, shoes, and watches. Sean, right now, FIVOCs continue to inspect and monitor for huge cracks and if there are more landslide incidents that happened here, especially since there was a heavy rainfall last night. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for that update, and do stay safe up there in Abra. Mon Gualvez reporting to us live from Tayo. One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here.
Unstoppable. I am capable.
You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Some thrift stores and laundromats are now worried about attracting fewer customers after the country reported its first case of monkeypox. Brian Castillo with the story.
Delivery rider Jake started his Ukay-ukay business as a sideline. However, selling used clothes may not be viable now after the country recorded its first monkeypox case.
Wala ang problema. Safety ang unahin mo. Safety mo para sa mga anak mo. Kaso, ayaw naman yung kakainin nyo. Siyempre, kailangan mo rin magtinda.
Since monkeypox is transmitted through close skin contact, some laundry shops are also taking extra precaution in handling their customers' clothes.
Hindi halo-halo kasi isang customer, isang machine. Para security ang mga laba at saka naglalaba. Minsan kabahan pero mag-ingat talaga. Siyempre nag-ingat kami sa trabaho kasi hindi natin alam kung mayroon o wala.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Ranjin Solante said that while it's possible to transmit monkeypox through clothes, it still depends on the circumstances. He added that monkeypox is not as transmissible as COVID-19.
So you should be with that particular individual for a longer period of time, or you may be touching the skin lesions and then touching your face or touching the clothing, the beddings of that individual, and then touching your face.
The World Health Organization says most of the monkeypox cases in other countries involve men having same-sex partners. But this does not necessarily mean that monkeypox can be considered as a sexually transmitted disease.
It's just proper to say that instead of sexually transmitted infection, it can be acquired because of a close intimate contact, and that also includes sex.
People can also be infected with monkeypox virus through droplets, such as the saliva. In case one exhibits symptoms such as fever, headache, sore throat, chills, and rashes, suspected patients are advised to immediately seek medical attention. If confirmed to be infected with the virus, patients need to isolate for 3 or more weeks until skin lesions heal and scabs disappear. Health experts also recommend the continued practice of minimum health protocols. This means the wearing of face masks, avoiding physical contact, and frequent hand washing are still helpful measures to curb the transmission of monkeypox. For News 5, Brian Castillo, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. President Bongbong Marcos has designated Lieutenant General Bartolome Bacaro as the new Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. Malacanang also announced that Lieutenant General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. has been tasked to head the National Police. The Court of Appeals has ordered the filing of rape charges against actor Vong Navarro for allegedly harassing model Denise Cornejo. This reverses the Justice Department's previous resolutions, dismissing complaints filed by Cornejo back in 2014. And former Boston Celtics star Bill Russell has passed away at the age of 88. In a statement, the family of the basketball icon says he died peacefully on Sunday. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.